Hello, my gorgeous magical beings. Today I'm going to take you on a flip through the first 6 months of my 2021 DIY Witchy Planner. Welcome everybody, welcome to my channel Emerald Moon. If you haven't been here before, I'm Beck, and if you have visited my channel before, welcome back. And thank you for popping in and watching this video. I'm going to give you a run through of my DIY Witchy Planner. I got this planner from Kmart for $10. I wanted to get a cheap planner to see if I liked the format and if I would keep up with filling it in weekly, because I had actually tried bullet journaling and that only lasted a month. So this was an experiment, I guess, to see if I liked this format for my planning and if the style suited me. So like I said, this planner is from Kmart. It's faux grey leather in an A5 style format, and it has a metal stud closure. I use this planner to support me in my witchcraft and also with organizing and managing my personal life. I don't have anything in here that pertains to my 9-to-5 job. Inside this A5, for the inserts, I have either created them myself or I have modified the ones that came with the planner. And if you have been following me over on my Instagram channel, which is emeraldmoon_Beck, you would have seen some examples of the inserts that I created already. If you aren't following me over on Instagram, do feel free to check out my channel next time you're on Instagram. Okay, let's have a look inside this planner. Okay, let's talk about the front here. So over on this side, we have the front pockets, and I have added things here that I wanted to support me and inspire me with my witchcraft, rather than being purely just for decoration. I don't know if that's how you're supposed to use the front pocket section in the planner, but that's how I've used mine. Let me know down in the comments if you have a planner similar to this with a similar style and front pockets, and how do you use yours? Is yours purely for decoration? Is it functional? Or do you have a different way of using your front pockets? I'm going to go through the different things that I have in my front pocket. So firstly, I have an oracle card here that says big happy changes, because I have been focusing on manifesting a life of joy and fun through making changes in my life. Next, I have a picture of a woman that I actually found on a incense packet, and I just cut her out because she reminds me of one of my goddesses, which is the goddess Venus. So I keep that in there. Then I have a postcard of the Queen of Pentacles. This is a tarot card from the White Newman Tarot by Liminal 11, because I'm using this card to attract more Queen of Pentacle energy into my life. And I love the look on her face. She's the shiz, right? She completely just knows her worth. And I love that. Here I have a small pad of notes which came with the planner, and I thought that this was just handy to have in the planner when I needed a small piece of paper to jot down a note. So I just kept those in there. This little paper flag says a year of possibilities, and that really spoke to me about that we are constantly co-creating and that everything is possible. This sparkly piece that I have here, whoops, I don't know if you can see it sparkle or not, but this used to be a brooch, and to me it looks like a rose, and I use rose a lot in my self-love rituals and spells. So I put it here to help hold everything in because it's actually quite heavy, and I just can't go past something sparkly. I just had to have something sparkly in here. This heart paper clip is holding the King of Cups card in as well. And I have this in my planner because I'm actually manifesting and working on self-empowerment, self-love, and inner strength to align with how I want to feel every day. In the back pocket, back here, I have a personal letter to me from my granny, who passed away this year at 97, and she was a huge part of my life and taught me much about my family history, family values, and a lot about our traditions, which I believe is why ancestor work is such a strong and prominent part of my witchcraft. So I keep that in here to help me feel connected to my ancestors. Okay, moving on to this front page here. The very first page that I open up to and that I see, I designed and created myself, which says, "Make today magical." And that is a reminder to me that we are the magical beings that are creating our own story. All this little witchy themed deco around the edges on this first page, I found on Pinterest. I printed them out, I cut them out, and every single one I glued them on, and then I just cut the overhang off the edges. The next insert I also created. This is a yearly overview of this year. I think next time I do this, I will only do a single page rather than a double page spread because it's not something that I use very often. I also created this 2021 lunar calendar from an example that I found on Pinterest, but after I put it in my planner, I realized that I forgot to add the zodiac sign information that the full and new moons fall in, which I needed for my moon rituals and spells. So what I did is I created this other insert here that has this info. Even though I only celebrate some of the Sabbats on the Witch's Wheel of the Year, when I created this insert, I wanted to list all of the Sabbats because I thought it's helpful info to have on hand. I don't celebrate E.M.Luminations or Lamass because I don't feel connected to them, and I wanted to be as authentically connected to my witchcraft as I could possibly be. I came up with this idea that I wanted to make a life goals insert, and I wanted to make it in the shape of a pentacle. Open it. So I came up with this insert here. So I designed this insert here, and I use each of the 10 sections of the pentacle as a life area. So in between the summer solstice and the new year, I go through each of the life areas and I plan out what goals I want to achieve for that coming year. And then I write them on the life goals pentacle as affirmations. So I keep it to 2 or 3 affirmations per life area. And then I use these in my New Year's ritual to set intentions for the coming year. And I also use them in my lunar rituals as well, depending on the zodiac sign that the moon phase falls in. Then I have a list on the side here of the daily, weekly, and monthly tasks that I can do to work on that moves me forward towards my goals. And I also use this list to help with my monthly planning as well. So that's how I use that insert. And then after that, I just have a couple of ritual and spell planning pages that I found on Pinterest for when I want to create or record a spell or ritual, and then I can just take it out and stick it straight into my book of shadows. Sorry about that. That was a cat here. I have a black cat and he loves playing with my planner. I do not know why. Now for the planning pages section. So on the front of the 2021 diary divider, I have a list of the things that I find really zaps my energy and makes me feel really low, depleted, lost, foggy, or confused, which really affects my mental health. And then I have this other list, which is a list of things that brings my energy up and really helps to bring me clarity, focus, helps me center and connect with my inner strength and also brings a sense of balance into my life. And I started these lists as part of my self-care and really paying attention for when I was checking in with myself. And I found them really helpful to use with like how I'm feeling, what the causes might be. And I found this list here for what makes me feel depleted was a reoccurring thing. These things were reoccurring in my life. And then this list came out of some of the things that I can do to bring me more balance. And this is things that I have found gives me energy and balance, and really, like connecting with myself and my inner strength and really helps me step into my power and while keeping authentic with myself. So the monthly planner pages I created myself, and at the front I have drawn a picture of something magically themed for most of the next 6 months that you'll see in this planner. I added sparkly washi tape so I can easily see the beginning of the month, and also sparkly. I love a sparkly. So for this one, it was for January, and I used a cauldron. So this is an example of the monthly views. I just have the same format every single month, and a list of the 3 goals that I want to achieve for that month, and just adding some little stickers. These inserts came with the planner, and I used them as extra to-do lists when I had a lot going on and I had a lot of things that I needed to get done. So I just used some washi tape to mark out that it was a to-do, and also used the days of the week. So these weekly pages came with the planner, and I didn't like what was on the back of them. So I stuck 2 weekly pages together, back to back, using washi tape. Some of the weeks I used stickers and deco, and some of the weeks I would incorporate doodles, and some other weeks it would just be all my own doodles. I would just draw all my own little pictures. It just depended on what was going on in the week. So it's pretty much the same setup with the extra to-do list, particularly in the first part of the year. I was getting lots of things set up and researching a lot of things, planning out a lot of things. So this one's February, with a crystal ball and a hand doing a spell for February. And all this hand lettering is done by myself. This front page is for March, so we were getting into the more autumn weather, if you can call it autumn here in Brisbane. These I found on Pinterest, and they were free. They were free sticker planner packs, which I printed, cut out, and I glued them on because I didn't have any sticky paper. But you can see from when I first started my planner, which is, it's all kind of a little bit random with my stickers and decorating, that I start to actually where I start to do themes. So this theme, because it was going into fall, I did things like coffees and pine cones and reading, because the weather's starting to get cooler, and in the dark half of the year I start to focus on the energy of one of my spirit animals, which is hedgehog. Yeah, and so I start adding more deco when it starts to become more interesting. This, I did not draw this. I wish I could draw that good, but this page I printed from I found on Pinterest. I use Pinterest a lot. If you want me to leave the link to have a look through my pins and Pinterest boards, let me know down in the comments and I can add that down there. April was a really busy time for me this year, and because I was organizing moving house. So yes, my color schemes are also starting to become more matching and complementary of each other as well. This was all about coffee for May, because I have a coffee addiction, I'm pretty sure. But I have been working on cutting my coffee right down, which I have been able to do, so yay me. So May was when I moved house, and this is an example of where I have like a little few stickers here and there. These little cute ones are witch's brews, but I've got a lot of doodling here because I just did not have the time to do lots of stickers. And yeah, this is just all doodles, this page. I think because I had actually moved into, yes, by this week was my first week in my new place, and everything was packed. So I didn't have access to any of my stickers or anything at all, so it was just all doodles that week. And then here we are back to the stickers, and moving on to June. So these letters are from a sticker pack that I got from Kmart, and this moon picture here, which gave me real wintry vibes with some snowflakes and some bare branches and some little drops here. I thought it was really pretty and very wintry for me. And so it goes on for June with more stickers, and then I ran out of these inserts that came with the planner, so I just printed out, it was just for the last week of June. I've just printed out a week here. I think it was from Google Calendar actually. So I've just used that instead of creating all new inserts, because this was the end of my 6 months. So and I've just used washi here underneath the days, and just used some more stickers with the same type of themes. At the back of the planning pages, I have my monthly reviews. What I did to make these but it came with these inserts for planning out things that you wanted to do, like places to go, experiences to have, people to meet, things to buy, things to learn, and things to create. And it also has it on the back as well. And I didn't have any use. I didn't think that was useful to me, so I modified this insert, and I actually created some headers for the different sections that I wanted to review for the month, and also to reflect on. And this helped with the planning for the next month as well. So this is how I use them here for January, February. So March was my quarterly review, which I went through and wrote out some questions, and then my response to the questions, and really delved deep into reflecting for the quarter and where I was so far. And then I have April and May reflections, and then I come to the mid-year reflection. I got this off Pinterest. Yes, I love Pinterest. So I found this one on Pinterest, And I did the same thing, just wrote out the questions for my reflection. This time I wrote my responses in dot point form, but also was able to have a really good look at where I was sitting and having a deep reflection. Then for my checklist section, I have a couple of different things. I tried doing habit trackers at the beginning of the year, but I found that I just started beating myself up about all the things that I wasn't getting done, and that was really pulling me down into a negative spiral. So I stopped doing the habit trackers because I just felt like it wasn't moving me forwards. It wasn't productive for me or healthy for my mental health, and also it didn't help me feel empowered. It didn't help me to that self-love mindset that I'm really trying to move into. So yeah, I had to scrap the habit trackers. So you can see, I started out, I think I only made it through 3 months, yep, to March. Yeah, I didn't even get through the first week of March, and I just knew, no, this is not working out for me. And I think that also came from doing the reflections and the reviews as well. Really helped me identify what was going on there. I did keep up with doing a weight loss tracker though, because I found that really helpful. I created these inserts for my YouTube channel. One is just a running list of possible ideas for videos I might do, and the other is of the videos that I have actually made. One of the goals that I wanted to achieve this year was to feel more independent by managing my finances and make them work better for me instead of me working hard for them. And so I created this savings tracker, and it's got a prosperity spell as well with it. I wrote a target amount that I wanted to save and the date that I wanted to have that amount saved by. And then I did 2 lists. One was the date and the other was the amount of money. So I'm not going to show the amounts of money. I'm not going to show you my goal amount or the amounts that I was saving, but I will say that I did surpass my savings goal, and in half the time. And this, of course, wouldn't be possible without having a budget. So, of course, I had to create a budget insert. And every time something changes, like my income or I hit a savings goal or I move house, I update my budget so I can keep on top of my finances and work towards those financial goals that I set out for myself. So in the last section of my planner, I have a workbook from a course that I did in June on creating my dream life. This course is created by a witch and a author, Sarah Cannon. She actually has a channel here on YouTube. And I did the course not only to help me plan more effectively, but also to learn how to manage the goals that I had set without feeling completely overwhelmed and beating myself up on not achieving them. And this course was really fantastic, and it just helped me so much to get really clear and focused without feeling really overwhelmed, which is where I was at by June. So I highly recommend this. I'm not going to go through it because that's her course, but yeah, I do really highly recommend it. And in the back is just some more note paper that came with the planner, and I have a mechanical pencil and this plain black no-name ballpoint pen, and I had to do the planner thing and add a pom-pom. So now that I have been working and planning in this type of planner for 6 months, I have found that this has really worked for me. I'm really liking this format and this type of planner. I find it gives me the structure to be functional while still being flexible enough to include creativity as well. This planner has supported me not just in my day-to-day life, but also I feel like it has supported me and helped me with my witchcraft as well. So since I have kept up with the planning and organizing and using this planner every week, I have decided that for the next 6 months to move into this beautiful A5 wide planner. This is an A5 wide cloud planner by Aura Estelle, and I have lots of delicious witchy stickers and witchy planner decoration, which I will do a video of. So if you don't want to miss out on seeing my next witchy planner, the 2.0 version video, please subscribe to my channel. I hope you enjoyed this flip through, and if you did, please hit the thumbs up and like this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.